Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ARCHIDEX Fast Forward webinar series. My name is Abdul Halim Soho. I will be your moderator for today. This year has been different. ARCHIDEX approach is also challenging year due to this pandemic COVID-19. And I hope everybody will stay safe. ARCHIDEX Fast Forward is a webinar series focused on holistic perspective from the industry. Each session brings together collaboration from the industry with renowned architecture and building professionals, sharing their experiences from various perspectives, including industry, business, and education to address current key issues and topics. For today, we will be discussing the upgrade from old buildings to new green building, and also the Ajiya's 8 series towards total housing provider. I would like to start with the first and great example that paved the way for us to become where we are today. 10 years ago, in 2010, Perdana Putra was refurbished with efficient technology that reduced the building energy intensity by 38%. Perdana Putra achieved a platinum GBI rating, setting an example for the nation. It is a true sustainable approach, not only environmentally, but also economically. A study was published years back stated that green building practices can reduce building operating costs by as much as 9%, increase the building value by 7.5%, and realize a 6.6% increase in return on investment. So there's also a business side of it. Today, this number should be more promising for a better future. Under the goal sustainable, there's 6 main issues that we should be looking at. One is sustainable cities and communities, affordable and clean energy, industry, innovation, infrastructure, decent work and economic growth, climate action, and our own good health and well-being. More interesting experience and detail will be discussed today with our guests A.R. Chan Xiao An and Datuk Chan Wah Kiang. So, thank you for taking your time today to join us. We would like you to do a quick and short survey through the link which is now in the comment section to let us know how you think our ARCHIDEX Fast Forward webinar series after this webinar. Please note that this session is CPD applicable. To claim your CPD points, please follow the instruction in the comment section. Now, let me introduce our first speaker, Architect A.R. Chan Xiao An. Architect Chan is a senior practicing architect and director of Architect Daya Seni, Sdn Bhd, an architecture firm established in 1984. He was a member of the SIRIM Working Committee that updated MS 1525-2001 to its latest 2007 version. He is the current immediate past president of MGBC and also PEM representative on the CIDB Working Committee that updated the QLASIC to the current CIS 7 2006, which is the 2006 version. He has represented PEM in various committees in in KPTK, Kajian Pendidikan Teknologi Kejuruteraan, KTAK, Kementerian Tenaga dan Air dan Komunikasi, and SIRIM. Architect Chan is the team leader for the GBI residential tool. So the topic today which will be presented by Architect Chan is green building from old buildings. Without further ado, allow me to welcome Architect Chan on the screen now. Hello, Architect Chan.
Hi, hello Alim. Thank you very much.
Yes,
So I think everybody knows the whole of 2020 was a very challenging year for everyone,
yes,
and including architects. Now we got no more new buildings to do, except we wait for next year. But there have been a lot of people approaching me to refurbish their old buildings because in the new norm, everybody start working from home. Many of the old office buildings also start, they start, the tenants start to either move out or they trim down on the floor area they're using. And the market for especially non-residential buildings become very competitive already. So that's why this new life for old buildings is one of the series that PAM has focused on and started. We want to do it for this ARCHIDEX this year. So what I want to do now is I want to share some knowledge about how actually how and why you should change. If you are upgrading your old building, why not make it a green building? Okay, very important, because the focus area for MGPC is not only about saving our environment, but also about building communities of professionals who can share their work and improve the built environment for the next generation. And so what I will cover today is what and why of green buildings. I think need to cover a little bit. I'll go through it very quickly. Then I will look at what are the key technologies that have come in over the last 10 years. Okay, from 2009 to 2020, nearly 11 years already. What are the green technologies and how impactful they are? So I will, each of the criteria, I will look at some key points. Then if we have time, I will cover the design of one old building. It's an office building, which has been around for more than 30 years already. The owners decided not to tear down the building, but to upgrade it so that it can be used as a new office building. Okay. Lastly, I will cover what is the ambition of MGBC and WGBC in moving our next target up even higher, which is what they call it a net zero green buildings. Okay. If you have time, we will cover this. But my target is if we can cover item 1 and 2, very good already. Okay. So what and why green buildings? Clearly, what is a green building? Green building is the one that is has efficient use of resources like water, energy, and materials. So it reduces its impact on the environment. Okay, why green buildings? Of course, because they are the ones that are going to use less energy. They work with the environment they are in. They are more efficient, and they are the future of buildings. And they, of course, because they are the future buildings, they are also future proof. Okay, so the GBI rating tool is introduced in 2019, 2009, May 2009. Now it's 11 years already, close to 11 years already. So this is the tool has progressed, and I think we have reached already close to more than 2 million square feet of GBI rated buildings already. Okay, so it is one of the few tools recognized by the World Green Building Council, the Malaysian GBC's building. So these are the key areas in which we can improve energy efficiency, indoor environmental quality, sustainable site planning, materials and resources, water efficiency, and lastly, on innovation. This is the thing where you guys have the new idea, we have the ones that accommodate you. Now, when we launched it, we had two immediately launched two new tools, one non-residential tool and one residential tool. Okay, so we benchmarked the future from 2009 to 2019. In 21st of May 2009, this is the launch of the two tools straight away. Then these are some of the earliest certified buildings. Then in the 2010, 1 year after that, immediately we launched what is called existing building rating tool. The reason is because I think this is the building that just now Architect Halim talked to you about. And in the last 11 years, we have continued to improve our tools, and also we have launched close to 16 new tools. You can see the last 10 years, a lot of new tools coming in because there is a request and demand from the public for this type of new tools. Okay, so if you want to know more about the Green Building Index as a tool to improve your buildings, you can go to this website. We have recently upgraded it to look like this, really. Why Green Buildings, and this is the website, the login website. Okay, so now let's talk about upgrading old buildings. Okay, new technologies from the old ones. Okay, what do we need? What has been happening in the last 10 years? Now, the first thing that you will notice is new high efficiency glazing that have low shading coefficient but high VLT. What do we mean by that? That means a lot of the new type of glass that's coming into the market nowadays, later I'll show you the graph of it. They are actually let in more light but block out most of the heat. Okay. Then there's the new double glazing technology. They call it the ATOSH. For existing building, this is excellent because you don't touch the outside. You can put in a new layer of glass on the inside of the building, makes it a double glazing and improves the heat resistance of the building. Okay. Then we have green roofs. A lot of green old buildings now. They as they begin to age, their roof waterproofing also start to fail already. So instead of just putting in a new layer of waterproofing, why not do some gardening on top of the roof? And this is not only happening in Malaysia, but in countries like Singapore and a lot of advanced countries. They say, why don't we use the roof for urban farms? Okay, so especially in a hot tropical climate like Malaysia, the waterproofing not only is protected by the new urban farm that you put on top of your roof, it actually lengthens the life of the waterproofing membrane. Because why? It's not exposed directly to the sun. It is easily another 20 degrees cooler under the roof or under the garden. So it's a new innovation, and I foresee that more and more roofs will become available. Then there's the smart building systems. Nowadays, almost all new buildings have a better and smarter building, which can optimize the operation of the entire building, from the security system right down to the aircon control systems. Okay, and then of course, building integrated photovoltaic, which is the solar cells that you see in a lot of roofs of new buildings. They have already dropped in cost by more than 50% in the last 10 years. And of course, they have improved their efficiency from around about 5-6%. Now you can even get as high as 12 to 15% already. Okay, and then of course there is the coefficient of performance of chillers. Many of them have advanced from COP of around 2 to nearly 6 already. So it's almost a 3-time leap. So these are some of the technologies I say I'll be talking to you about. Roof resistant, you need to improve the resistance of the roof, especially if it's a low-rise building. Most of the heat comes in from the roof. Okay, this is an example of what I mean by if you improve. This is an old mosque whereby JKR actually renovated the building, but they improved the concrete deck of the roof. You can see this though. Left side is 2015. Right side is 2017. This is about a 2-year period for them to renovate. Difference in 50 degrees centigrade. This is underneath the roof. In the new one, 2015, it used to be 35 degrees centigrade. You can see the new one after renovation dropped down to 31. There's a 4-degree difference in temperature of the roof. Imagine in the middle of the afternoon on a Friday afternoon, people go for prayer. That 4-degree difference. So you put a fan in, there's a better, even cooler environment. Okay. Now, a lot of people are very skeptical about putting landscaping on top of their roof. This one has been proven in Singapore. You can see, you can go to this NParks website. They have implemented this technology in the last 10 years in Singapore. You can go to Singapore, practically every roof in landscape already. So you can see the one, you can go to the website, it will give you some technical information about how to improve your roof. Okay. The other one is the glass that has been coming in. You can see the top left-hand corner, the high VLT, low VC. Okay, SC. This is the one that most glass technologies are trying to aim towards that one. Okay, So currently the situation is, you can see this one is, for example, for tinted laminated glass. Right hand side is where all the glass is, but the new ones, you can see most of them are already in that blue dot on the top left corner there already. And I expect the thing to move up even more further to the left and to the top. So this is the whereby, as I said, high-rise building, it blocks out the heat from going into the building, but allows the daylight to come in. The balance is very good in favor of because of technology. Of course, then if you're looking at existing buildings, this is the ARCHIDEX system that is available from Ajiya. They put the new glass on the inside of the building. Okay, this is where it behaves like a new building already. All become new. Okay, so energy use in buildings are typically now is around 64%, which is the old building for air conditioning. If you improve your building, you change your aircon systems, typically you can improve that, cut down that aircon load by more than 50% already. And the buildings that we have been handling, whereby the old building renovate into new building, we have been able to achieve this type of targets. Now, indoor environmental quality, what are the other things that you can see? LED lighting technology has improved EE by 50%. That means nowadays, if you have the old fluorescent tubes, they call it the T5, take it out and put in the new ones, which are the LED lights. The energy use is 50% better. It means it uses half the energy that the normal fluorescent uses, and it increases the operating hours by nearly 4 times. The other is the low VOC paints. Okay, you can see low VOC paints used to cost 20% more. Conventional paints now cost more than the non-low VOC paints. Okay, the other is light sensors and control systems are now more reliable, available for less, and the combine of the fan and motor efficiencies have been improving from 50 to 70% in our aircon indoor environment. So these are the technologies that if you are doing to refurbish your building, these are the technologies that can give you that new advancement, improvement in making your building greener. Okay. What about sustainable management and site planning? Now, vertical landscaping systems and green roof, I already talked about it earlier. They are now already more readily available and accepted by many building owners. So the other is green and electrical vehicles are set to replace the internal combustion engines vehicles, or ICE engines vehicles. In the next 10 years, in 10 years time, by 2030, if you are still driving an ICE vehicle, you are really out of date already. So as cities begin to advance, public transport becomes more readily available and accepted by the public. So TOD developments then become very important. Okay, so these are some of the typical environments I can show you. If you no properly landscape, you can see temperature is very high and the microclimate is not good for you. Okay, so typical will be, say, the urban landscaping will be the Pickering building in Singapore. You can see they landscape the whole building around it, improve the microclimate by easily 3 to 4 degrees centigrade. Then materials and resources, you can see this is where the new construction technologies of off-site buildings have managed to reduce construction waste by between to be less than 2% and approaching zero already. And then advancement in the circular economy have also made available many of the building materials that will have a very high recycled content. I think this is where the new advancements are. And if you start to build or order new type of materials, you can see, look out for the ones which have a high recycled content. Okay, and zero waste construction, this will be for new but not existing buildings. So you can see IBS and BIM integration. I'm not advertising for Gamuda, but they are the ones who have brought in a new system of precast construction. So this is the one that they have on their website. It's faster, more efficient, and more sustainable. I think Architect Halim also got one project doing this type of precast system, and I think he reaped the benefit of the greener building from that one. So other key technology advances, for example, in water efficiency is rainwater harvesting from landscaping can reduce your water use for landscaping by more than 50%. That has been the case for the last 10 years. We've been looking at green buildings. And then if you change some of the water features, fittings which are really out of date, you can typically reduce your water use just on the fittings alone by 50%. So metering and detection of major water uses in the building automation systems can also cut off a lot of call it leakage wastages in buildings which are getting older. So these are the key technologies you have in water efficiency. And then in innovation, what are the things that you can do? The new ones are the regenerative lifts. Okay, they are already readily available. If your lift already more than 20 years old, when you renovate your building, might as well put in a regenerative lift. Then there's the vertical green walls and green gardens, which I've talked earlier about. Then there's a solar hot water system. Nowadays, the solar hot water system are so efficient that even in a cloudy sky condition, you can actually get hot water. And there are new ones, nowadays the newer ones, their ROI is less than 2 years. The very good ones are less than 2 years. Okay. Then we have new air filtration systems, which actually block out all the bacteria and viruses. Good for our now COVID situation. Electromagnetic glaze facade, which is the most advanced type of system. This one a bit like the glass where your spectacles where you wear. When the sun get hot, the thing got darker. Okay, so it blocks out more of the glaring light and also blocks out the heat more. Okay, these are some of the key technologies available. Okay, now my time is almost up already. I have other. I have a building which I'm doing currently in KL City Center. This one is being renovated based on these key points. I won't go through the thing, but this is a very quickly ABC existing building. I don't want to name the building. But these are the key things that we have been able to achieve. Okay, like for example, light sensors, sub-meters, CXS, the heating, the building. We have improved the efficiency by 50% because we are using LED lights. Okay, we have non-polluting cleaning chemicals. We improve the roof reflectance. Landscape has been increased. And then we have the entire RC structure of the building is retained. So that one we have, we improve because we don't waste the concrete that has taken so many years to build. We implemented a sustainable purchasing policy. We have a recycling policy. We introduced water harvesting, and then we changed some of the water fixtures. Meter improved to track any leakages. And then lastly, I would like to talk about net zero green buildings. This is the future of new green buildings. This is a target set by WGBC for us, and we advocate for it. We advocate for green cities. Number five net zero building certifications. We are trying to move towards that one. Malaysia will likely achieve 1 or 2 net zero buildings in the next 4 to 5 years. Okay. So with that, I would like to hand back to Architect Halim, our facilitator for this series. So Architect Halim, I hand back to you. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm within the time span.
Yeah. I think you're running very fast. There's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, because numbers, sometimes people don't like to see the thing for too long. So we stay with the thing. If you have any questions you want to ask me later, you can still ask. Because, okay.
Yeah, thank you, Architect, for
thank you, Halim.
Giving a very practical steps for building owners to consider and maybe to upgrade their existing building to be green. And I think in the presentation also they did outline a standard format for establishing the baseline, and then how you could improve from that, and also the indicative cost implication. I think there's a very much possible business side of it, because people thought doing green building is expensive, but it's not so. The ROI could come earlier, and you could reap the benefit many years to come. And I think just a bit on IBS just now, since Architect Chan mentioned about the use of IBS in my project. And I'd like to add that not just green, it also helped to complete the project faster and much better quality control.
Yeah.
So
The one I had to,
yeah, that's also the
the
benefit.
Architect
Okay.
Alan will invite me to visit his site also. So I saw the construction, very good quality.
Yes. Okay, so thank you, Architect Chan. I think for
Thank
those
you.
who have a question, can post it later. After the talk, we can put up the question for our speakers. So our next speaker is Datuk Datuk Chan Wah Kiang. He graduated with Bachelor in Chemistry and Biology from Campbell University, USA back in 1983. So Datuk started his career with a paint company in 84, then a metal roofing manufacturer in 89, and in 1990 he co-founded Ajiya Roofing Industries Sdn Bhd to manufacture metal roll from products and successfully listed the company under Ajiya Berhad in 1996. He then co-founded Ajiya Safety Glass Sdn Bhd, which is the leading safety glass processor in ASEAN region. Datuk Chan is a Group MD of Ajiya Berhad, Chairman of Advisory Board Tengku Abdul Rahman University, Johor Branch, and Deputy President of TARC Alumni Association, member of Industrial Expert Advisory Panel for TRC-UC Johor Campus, UCSI University, Faculty Business and Information Science, Polytechnic Protection, Negeri Sembilan, and Treasurer General of Malaysia, Tsinghua University Council. So today, Datuk will be talking about the Ajiya's 8 series towards a total housing provider. So I think without further ado, I would like to invite Datuk to... Hi, Datuk.
Hi, good afternoon, Architect Halim.
Thank you for
Thank you very much.
giving a talk today with your busy schedule. But you can spare some time and to share some of the Ajiya's achievement in terms of technologies and the new product that can help in this green building. Over to you, Datuk.
Yeah, thanks again, Architect Halim. And it's my pleasure to share after 30 years of establishing this Ajiya group. So how could we sustain the business from here on, and how we adapt to the new norm of post-COVID, and also towards such the IBS environment, what Ajiya Group has been doing, and how we also preparing the group towards our this SDG goal, and also adaptation towards Industrial 4.0. So as you could be familiar, Ajiya Group has been starting with the roofing product. So this is our series number 1. And most of our products are also IBS component. These are the series of a roofing product covering industrial to residential. And we have the second series. There is Ajiya truss system. They are metal truss. So they are now substituting most of the timber usage on the roof trusses. And the advantages is being IBS, lightweight, durable, termite rust resistant, a non-combustible material, environmental friendly, and is easy for installation, and homogeneous material, and it is consistent in the quality. Likewise, we also have this series of metal door and window frames, which is also substituting most of the timber door window frames in the market now. And they are, could have the T-joint, miter joint with the architrave, and could be also fire rated. We have another series that is the safety glass, which is, as you are familiar with, tempered glass, laminated safety glass, double glazing, which could have different kind of combinations that you could have combined with low E, combined with glazing, this laminated to provide the necessary performance requirement. And these are some projects that has been using Ajiya product. And we have another series that is composite floor decking, which is could be used as a permanent formwork for the slab. And this is also a fast rapid construction method. And we have been supplying to like SUKE, Duke, DASH Highway. And we have the 6 series of ARCHIDEX louvers product, which is for architectural finishing. It is being used as a sunshade, used for ventilation, and also it has good aesthetic value. And these are some of the projects that has been using our louvers. The 7th series is ARCHIDEX ceiling, which is could be metal or coated metal or the aluminum base. And we have the OM, Kimi, Befer, tile, shell, screen, tube ceiling range. And the new series being the Befer ceiling. These are the some projects that has been using Biolab at the Nilai, Bungalow at Bukit Tungku. And number 8 series is our Ajiya lightweight steel framing, a wet solid wall system, which is also an IBS, and it could be used also as a dry wall, but being adaptive to the tropical climate where Malaysia is situated, a solid wet wall will be suitable. And we are proud to say that Ajiya has patented this. This is made in Malaysia, and it has complied if it is a dry wall, Australia standard, endorsed by CIDB, and it is made from the recyclable material. That is the steel material. And towards the one-stop housing solution provider, this is why Ajiya as of today, after 30 years of producing all kind of timber substitute, metal-based product, building material, that has now able to combine all this together to become a total housing solution. And this is how we put all this up. And if you look at all, if you put up all these 8 series together, you virtually could build up a house. Okay, and this is the way that we move forward Ajiya from 30 years ago, where we are just single component manufacturer. Today, we have grown in such a way that we have such comprehensive series of products that based on our competent expertise and with the committed technical team. And we offer solutions instead of just material or the component. And we do it under the Industrial 4.0 ready TechCamp enable factory environment. And we also have the training center that has been accredited by CIDB, especially on our number X series, that is the ARCHIDEX product. So on our ARCHIDEX, if you were to look into it, it is fast and easy installation. It has a minimum debris at the site because it's all prefab at the factory floor. Dimension are all predetermined. Even hole punching are all being pre-produced in the factory environment. And we are using sustainable lightweight steel, and it is a manpower efficient, and the finishing is seamless. It has the flexibility in design, just a unit or houses, or multiple units or houses. And because it is infill and in situ, so the wall is solid and it is high impact. And because it is in the component manner, so it's easy to transport. Even a single unit of a house or a hut at the on top of the hill, you know, you could easily bring it up. So versus a traditional where require more space for construction, tedious process. You have the slow in the construction schedule, and you have generating a lot of debris because of the formwork usage, and you need more manpower, and it is also prone to crack. So this is the ARCHIDEX installation, the method statement produced by Ajiya. It is very comprehensive and it gives very clear instruction. So before we sell any of our ARCHIDEX component to the customer, we will only do so provided there has been already gone through a session of the training in our training center. And our training center being accredited by CIDB. So if 2 weeks before, and if we have a green card ready, we could register with them. And upon our workshop, they would be assessed by the assessor, and you could get the CCD point and also your skill level added into your green card. And these are the project references that we could share with you. We have completed 122 units of BDB housing, 212 units of this in the Rumah Perwira by LTAT, 52 units in Kuching, Sarawak. That means over the sea. It is also practical. Likewise, 120 units in Munga Rampai, Kuching, Sarawak, 208 units of PPR in Petrajaya, Sarawak, single-story terrace houses at Chiku, Guamusang, Kelantan. And today, we are proud to say we have supplied over close to 300 units of individual Rumah PPRT project. And we could possibly do so. It is by providing training to the G1 contractor from a non-IBS adaptation to IBS adaptation using our system. And today, we're proud to say there are hundreds of them. The G1 contractor, they are already well versed with the this kind of IBS system, and they are anytime could continue to build more Rumah Rakyat Termiskin scattered here and there, single unit or 2 units here and there. And this is the progress of the PPRT projects, where we provide site training, and also you could look at that. There could be not easy to access by heavy machineries, and ours being lightweight, and it is easily move around, and need not have to have a heavy machinery to do the erection and also the construction. So a solid house could be built within 3 weeks to 4 weeks. At the isolated area. And this is another PMR project where the house owner is happy after 28 days. And we also supplying to JKR and the KPM for their Skoda dive. And you look at the finishing, that, you know, in the existing school, sometimes you have the limitation of the access, space constraint. So you look at that, it is a very nice modern building, despite it is a Skoda dive. And this is a double-story houses, double-story school building, where the superstructure could complete within 10 weeks, despite during the monsoon season. And we have also could use it as a hybrid, where the developer or the contractor find that after the groundwork, the ground floor, they are too slow. So instead of using the formwork again, they use our system, adapt it as the second floor, and they could complete the projects in time. When you come to the curved wall, like this public toilet in the Gurnin Drive, Penang, where ours being able to be segmented, so you could use a curved wall by using our ARCHIDEX system. Likewise, for a grand hall, which is curved as well, if you're using our system, you could be segmentized it again, and you need not have to have the formwork. So this is a formwork-free kind of a curved wall. Likewise, a staircase, you could also use our system. And many questions will be asked. If this kind of solid wall, could it be renovated? yes, it is just like any traditional wall or cement and mortar where you can actually cut, hack, and do the extension, provided you follow the reference of the good practices, where if you would like to cut a big void, then you could do a proper linter before you cut a big void. Yeah, and this is to show to you that as Ajiya with the X series and with the 8 gigs now, we are actually Industrial 4.0 ready, and we are playing our role being a stakeholder into the whole ecosystem of adopting Industrial 4.0 towards that journey. And for that, we are adopting RAMI as our framework and for the data transferring. And these are the 7 layers of the integration that we are talking about, you know, from the product, field device, control device, stations, work center, enterprise business. That means we are talking about horizontally, it is automation, and vertically is linked to the business, where that is the vertical integration, and it must be also what we call the interoperable, and also the data must become asset. Then you assetize it, and then your data becomes something meaningful that it could be shared within the stakeholders, shared within the whole ecosystem, where your suppliers, your customers will know what is going on. And on Ajiya, we are also aligned with the UN's SDG 17 partnership for the goals. And this is where we are working with MP Malaysian Green building councils and others stakeholders in the industry, and likewise to also adopting the usage of the solar in our rooftop. As of today, we have installed 3.3 megawatts of photovoltaic solar panel over the factories nationwide that we are having. And this is how the Industrial 4.0 preparation Ajiya. First, we are talking about the vertical integration beside the horizontal integration. And being a manufacturer, how could we link it up with our supplier, with our customer, and likewise, how are we also going to talk about the delivery? So we are connecting all stakeholders, and all these are using the digital asset administration system, the AAS. So this is the process where we are using BIM building information modeling. We have the bill of materials and data transfer to the machines for the production. Likewise, CAD drawing for assembly and CAD drawings for the maintenance. Okay, so this is a video that we are showing you. This is a rumah Mesra Rakyat that we are using such. All right, so thanks. And also the other one, it is beside that, we also have the ARCHIDEX. We also have a homeowners maintenance manual. So this is to ensure the current owner could pass on this maintenance manual to the new buyer. Yeah, okay, so that is the end of my presentation. And thank you very much for your attentive listening. And I should pass it back, hand back the floor to Architect Halim. So, Architect Halim.
Yes, thank you, Dato'. It's very enlightening. A lot of information, and I think the one that is very interesting is the way we use the system. We can build it fast for construction, and you mentioning that we can do it in severe weather condition, in the monsoon, in the East Coast part, and also using less manpower.
Yes, right.
In this time of pandemic, we should think of less labor intensive, construction. I think this suits very well with the current condition.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I also see that is you are well into the industries 4.0, using your digital asset administration system, AAS, and you can tie the front end all the way to the completion, and also keeping some good record of the building for future renovation and so on. So thank you for the presentation, Dato'. I would like to now invite back Architect Chan to this forum.
Thank you, Architect Halim.
Hi. So I think if there's any question from our viewers, I can address this our speaker today. But let me start with Dato' first. I think Dato', you're moving very fast to adapt to the current situation with the technology and so on. So let's say in 5 years' time, where do you see this Ajiya heading, and how do you fit into this sustainable market?
Yeah, that is a very challenging question. Yeah, we will be looking into to become a one-stop center where a contractor could come to us and with the view of material that they are adopting, and then we download with our apps. And we could also, beside providing them our, like for example, a single-story house, all series of material that we are having, we could also extend our other services to them as well. Like, we could also get ready some other major building components that we work together with our other associates and as a one-stop center, and providing them everything according to the bill of material.
Yeah. Okay. That's it's a good to be a one-stop center, not just building plan submission, one-stop center. I mean, construction site also one-stop center. Yeah. So for Architect Chan, based on your experience, what is actually the biggest challenge that you'll be facing for the architect to upgrade to the zero energy building? Because that's our direction now. I mean, we are going to zero energy. What's the biggest challenges actually for?
Actually, the biggest challenge is the acceptance by the building owners of this. They if they say we target towards it, I think everybody will start working for it, because it's you need many of the new innovations. You need to build up a community of specialists for different sectors of the economy. They come together, and then when you set a target, everybody moves toward the same target. That's where we can achieve a lot more together than if we try to do everything, on our own by ourselves. So this one is, that's the reason why in MGBC we are building a green community throughout all the different branches. So everybody, when you come together already, for example, if I find that I'm doing renovating an old hotel, 20 years old hotel, then I can bring in my interior designers, I can bring in my M&E engineers. They can evaluate the, all the old equipment, what needs to be changed, what needs to be upgraded, what need not be changed, we can retain them. And then we work together, and we share the knowledge and the whatever is come out of the business venture. Everybody gains from it. This is the if you ask me, the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of focus will be on older buildings which are beginning to age already, and people want to continue to use the space, but they don't want to like tear down and rebuild. So I feel that this type of technology, this adapting of old buildings to new ones, will become more and more prominent in the next 5 years to 10 years. Okay.
You see, in Malaysia, there's a few green building rating tools. You see? So there's done by many parties, but I think I'm talking about zero energy building as a common platform that many of the tools can work towards the same, same target. You see, and instead of focusing on the end product, something that you could achieve that could be accepted by all the platform, maybe all the tools. So I think if you identify the challenges early, then like what you say, all the different trade or all the different tool can work towards the same common goal. So I think that's maybe you can address some of
the part that I feel in within our community itself. First, you need to build up the community where everybody comes together to work together towards recognizing that we need to do better than what we are doing now, because our planet needs to be saved. As a lot of people don't recognize that. I mean, there are still people in denial. They feel that we can still continue to do what we are doing in the last 30 or 50 years ago. We cannot do that anymore already. You look at the oceans, there are now, big areas of the ocean are filled with plastic waste, this is the legacy we have left behind already, So we need to move forward, whereby we are heavily dependent on inefficient, carbon-based sort of economy. Once we recognize that, we have to start moving already. So the only way we can move is if everybody buy into the green economy, and then we work together where everybody benefits from it, and then we pass on to the next generation a cleaner, more efficient, and more cooperative, climate. So everybody is gain from it. We cannot continue to work in silos, as I said many times already. And I think education is one of the key things that will drive this. And then things like today's webinar will be one. There is another one that I'm going to do this Saturday in the morning. This one I will, today I talk about, brush through only how to, what is a green building, how can you achieve that in an existing building if you're renovating it.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I'm going to talk about the business side of it. How actually do you do a proposal? How do you bid to your customer or your building owner? And then what are the tools you need to have, and who are the people you need to collaborate with to convert your building from a normal building to a green building. So these are the skills, and it's going to be a little bit of an eye opener to the professionals, because that one is run for by NGBC for professionals.
Okay.
Public, of course, can also attend. No, nothing to stop them. And I hope that what we want is more people coming in and building the community. You see, this community we are building is for the Sabah group. They have been lagging behind, in the sense that a lot of the professionals there are saying, they have a negative outlook about the green buildings. They think, owner don't want to do, and then it costs more, and then when you adopt this type of negative attitude, it sort of spread. That's not good. So when you go there and tell them, they also still holding the attitude. I think Saturday I will say, here are the tools you can use. When you explain to your owner, how you explain. So let's show you a typical example. If somebody like he approached me and say, hey, I want to, I want to build this building. Can you give me your fees? How much to do the building? I also want it to be green. Then instead of just taking the fee, how much is cost? This is how much you have to pay me. You look at it, he say, hey, this is a cost center. Whereas if I present him, I say, okay, I'm going to design this building for you. I'm going to make it green. These are the steps you have to take to make it green, and these are the extra costs. Or maybe then you look at it, hey, extra cost only 1%, but improvement is so much more. Then you see the value in you, in the value in the green building. So you see the contrast between the two. This is the approach I want Sabah to take, because right now they are still taking the old approach. Somebody asks you, can you quote me the fees? You take the fee and give to him. Now, this is the fees. Discouraged, the owners are discouraged. So this is not the way to go.
Ajiya also have, maybe can use the same approach. Is the product, other than better technology, lighter, and last longer or something like that, is a value creation of the new product, right, Dato'?
Yes, correct. This is how
the toughest job is still educating people to accept what is new and what is better. And of course, to me, the three key things we want to achieve is, number one, we have to achieve what I call building the community, the green community, everybody working together. Okay, so if you learn the skill that you are good at, the one where you see, very difficult, I cannot learn, I don't want. So I share with somebody else. Hey, you come in, join my company, join my group, my community. We work together, achieve the same goal. Okay, that's number one. That is called building the green community. The second goal, of course, is you got to upskill yourself. Okay, every time upskill yourself. That means there's something lacking in my knowledge. I can see this is the future. Why don't I learn? I still continue to learn. That one I can start to improve myself. So this, the continuous learning is very important. Then when you when you improve yourself, you give value to your what do you call it, your community. Then they will come back to you, because then whatever you give to your community always comes back to you, so you can do more with it.
So I think is almost time now. I think any last word from Dato'? Any last word from
Oh, okay. Talking maybe a little bit on our EDIP system. It has a good idea score. If it is a single-story building, anytime more than 70%. And the latest IDS score book has also adopted the series 2020 has adopted the Ajiya Green Industrial Building System into the score criteria as well. The criteria is also stated inside using the Ajiya EDIP system. And we look at it that for single story, it is very easy to score more than 70 points.
Yeah, I think also maybe with that product, you can use it for like what Architect Chang was saying, the renovation of existing building, instead
Yes,
of
right.
instead of using the conventional one, is lighter, so you can easy to bring it on a different level, different parts of the building for future renovation, not
Yeah,
just
right. It is. Yeah, that's true. In fact, many factory builders, because they are more this engineering skill based, they are actually adopting to upskill or reskill some of the skill fabricator to adopt our system and also doing a little bit of wet work so that then they could do in one go as the total solution provider rather than go to outsource this kind of wet work into other subcontractors. Yeah.
yes. So okay, Architect Chan, any last word?
I think the Dato's, the steel frame factory produced system is actually got a very good future because it's also an IBS system.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these few years time, if he's able to adopt his system to how do you call it, accept the BIM from other types of software, import into his system, I can foresee there'll be a bigger boom even for him because if I can take my design, give it to his factory, he fabricate all the framework out without having to measure and redo the thing. So imagine the accuracy that you can get, the consistent quality that you can get.
Yes.
Especially
we
this
are
house story, this is a very good system. So maybe next time I meet up with him, we will talk about how we pass data from one BIM system to his BIM system. Then you can see then the thing will start to explode.
Yes, we are looking forward. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I see for him now. Anyway, the next time I see him, I'll talk to him about it one more time. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Dato. Thank you, Architect Chan.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you for today's sessions, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time to listening to us today. We would like you to do a quick and short survey through the link, which is now in the comment section, and to let us know how you think of our Architect Fast Forward webinar series. I think I end this session now. I think this organizer would like to take pictures or something. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, and I end this session now. Thank you very much. Bye.
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 See you soon and stay safe. Stay safe
So,
all.